So I've been wanting to make this video for a little while now because it's always interesting to me if the MC businesses are worth it, because in my opinion they're not, because they're tedious, they're annoying, and LJT calls you every 20 seconds saying that you've run out of product. But just before we get into this, if you are new around here and you do find my content interesting, be sure to leave a subscription. We are so close to 1,000 and I am planning to, or hoping, to get there by the end of the month. So if you could help towards that, that would be much appreciated. And if you are interested, yes, we are going to be covering every single MC business and how much money they will make, so stay tuned to find out each and every single one of the businesses. But just before we begin, this will all be profit at the end. I'll be showing you profit, not how much I made, profit, like pure profit that would come from all of it. So make sure you do stick around for that, because some people just say how much money they made and move on with their life and the video. Also, I decided to put this in because as soon as I killed him once again, you know, the basic bitch happens. He leaves the game because he's a massive pussy. But anyways, going on to here, I'm going to be using the arcade master control panel because I cannot be bothered flying to all 5 businesses to then just basically buy supplies for each of them. That's just a waste of time, and it's much easier here because I save about 10 minutes of my life every single time. But obviously it has to be in an MC business, so let's try that again. Going into the MC business now, yes, ignore the name, I am not creative at all, look at my YouTube name. But going in for the MC business now, you can see just for the purpose of this video, I did empty out all of the stock and the supplies that I had in left of any of the businesses, which weren't too many really. Because for the sole purpose of this video, I'm going to be buying the supplies, not stealing them. So as you can see, I have made a little bit of money from these, but not a lot, especially seeing as it's been 5 sales, so it's overall, in my opinion, that's why I'm doing this video. But each supply will cost you $75,000 because I cannot be bothered stealing, because to me it is a complete waste of time because nothing gets done during that time. So with it being 75k per one, it would be $375,000 every single time you buy a supply for all 5 of your businesses. Now this does not mean that this supply will only fill 1 bar. They're completely random depending on how long they take. I believe the shortest one takes 3 hours to fill up fully, and the longest one takes 6 hours. So if the 3-hour one, if you buy it once, it will use up more of the product. But also, one thing I will say now is by this point I had not bought the upgrades. So I then went ahead and did that for each of the businesses, and overall, including the building price, I would probably say it would come to about $10 million, $9 to $10 million, because the upgrades themselves were around 6 million, just under 6 million, and I can't remember how much the properties were, so I just estimated like 4-ish million around there. I can't remember the prices, so I'll just say about 9 million-ish. Just around that ball mark of how much money this overall expense will cost, so then at the end we can discover how much money you would really need to make in order to start making a profit off this. But anyways, with all that now said and done, I'm just going to go skip past the process of me actually filling up the businesses and just get and cut straight to the point of me, well, looking at the businesses fully stocked. So these are then the businesses fully stocked, as you can see, the 4 businesses there and then that final one down there. The green bar is completely depleted and there is none left, it is just the blue bar. So you can see what I mean from before when I said that the supplies go a little bit different for some businesses. As you can see, for the weed and counterfeit cash, they are halfway, whereas for others they're a little bit shorter. But as you can see here, after buying the upgrades, I did end up turning a profit if I did sell this, going in for $126,000. But if we then go to, let's just say the shitter one. I forget the name of it because people just don't talk about it at all. Although all the other businesses make an okay profit, I guess. This one, it's just so bad. It's just so bad. As you can see, supplies cost $75,000, and if I sold this, I'd get $77,700, equaling $2,700 of profit. Amazing, great. Guess where that's just going to go? straight back to paying the workers to do the work that is absolutely worth fuck all time. Amazing. By the way, to fill up all these took 2.5 hours. I believe I didn't time it, but I believe it was 2.5 hours after I went over the footage just to double check it. But to save your guys' time, I am just going to, what I'm going to do is show you guys the first one and then go from there. Now, for now, I'm going to be doing this in a public solo lobby, just so, no one blows me up because I just want to get this done. But you can do it in a public lobby and get more money. Obviously, you'll have a little bit more vehicles, but oh well, because this is all about solo. As you can see here, with this business, I only spent 75k, but I would get additional vehicles, and additional vehicles I did. So the first sell mission I got was a plane mission, the most annoying plane mission out of them all, and because the dodos are just so slow and so bad. And this is why also you should always be concentrating when you're doing missions, because not only will the game fuck you in that sense, to the sense where, well, the product goes and you lose 3 of your stuff, which overall was okay. I still made over 100 grand, but I could have made a little bit extra money. But not only did the game mess me up this way, but also I sat here for a little bit because I was still on my phone, and I then just all of a sudden get kicked out the plane. Because guess what? Defend the product for your business. Because I really enjoy this business. So then I go on to spend about 15 minutes trying to get this police van back. Because like most people, you know that the police van is so annoying to break into. Because the windows seem to be bulletproof for the NPCs, but not so bulletproof when you get in it. Even though the NPCs just have amazing accuracy. So not only do you have to deal with the constant threat of being raided, but you also have to deal with the minimal profits that you will make by the end of all this. Again, I'll get into that a little bit later. But you will have to deal with some raids. By some I mean a lot, because me personally, I'm not good with raids, because my nightclub and my bunker are the only businesses I really use, and they hardly ever get raided really. But going on now, I had, for the second sell mission, the boats. Now the boats do have benefits. The boats, if you get to the checkpoint in a certain amount of time, you do get a bonus, which is quite nice. I believe it's $4,500 per boat that you have, so it's quite a nice little bonus. But then the gods rained down upon me, because I actually got not only one destination, which is extremely rare, but I also got a bike. Now yes, it was far, but oh well, what are you going to do? It's a bike, and it's only 4.3 miles, so not too much to complain. But again, I then got a truck. This truck, again, was only one delivery, and it was all fine. So far I had 2 good missions and 2 bad missions. Now this one was a mix of both of them, because although it was one sell mission, you got high when you drove it, so that was a pain in the ass. But with it all said and done, they were all the missions. I didn't want to waste anyone's time just showing off the mission, so I just showed a little brief segment there. But for now, we are going to then figure out the profits. So like I said before, well, you spent quite a lot of money just setting up the business, around 9 million. But then, to then cap it all off, you then spent $375,000 per time in order to, well, actually make the product, because it isn't like the nightclub, and it won't just work. That's the only reason why I own these. But let's get into the actual reason why most of you are here. It's for the numbers, really, and the profits. So overall, from doing these missions, I got $600,959, which is okay money. But then you have to remember, I have to take away $375,000 for the resupply for buying them, which leaves me with $225,959, which is okay money. Just depends on how long it took you to get it. Well, I'll tell you now. It took me 45.5 minutes to sell. Just sell. This doesn't include getting the product and selling all of them. 45.5 minutes to sell all of them. So for you, that will probably fluctuate between 40 minutes to an hour, depending on what mission you get, and also how much you fill up your business. You could fill it all the way so that every single business, when you sell it, would be worth 1.4 million. But obviously then you wouldn't be spending 375k, you'd probably be spending double and then add a little bit more on. But anyways, we're not going to be talking about that, we're just going to be talking about the 375,000. So, with the $225,959 profit, and it took 45.5 minutes, not hours, to then sell it, it also took 2.5 hours just to be AFK and fill it up. So overall, with it being about 3.5 to like 4 hours of work, maybe 4.5 pushing the furthest, just to sell all this and get rid of it, for $225,000 basically, it's not really worth it. Now, again, if you are going to go down this route and you want to make your profit, you will probably have to sell and do all of this, like sell each and every single business about 40 to 41 times in order to start making profit from your $9 million investment from buying the properties and buying the upgrades. Now the upgrades, by the way, do not include the security upgrade because that's just not going towards money, so I wouldn't really recommend buying it, and you just have to deal with the raids. But if you can't be bothered and you have money, I'd say buy the security. So again, overall, 3.5 to 4.5 maximum to get all this done. $225,000 profit, basically $250,000. Is it worth it? Some of them, yes. But others, no. About 2 or 3 of them might be worth it, but the others are most probably not going to be worth your time doing. Being obviously the 2 that make you the least amount of money. But I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comment section down below. So ask me any questions or any of your thoughts down there, and I will reply to your comment. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content and help me get to 1k. And I'll see you guys next time.